Hello, my name is Kainson Mononye, and today we are going to start our discussion of the project cost management knowledge area. Previously, we completed the project time management knowledge area when we discussed control schedule. And in this presentation, we are going to begin cost management, and we are going to discuss plan cost management. But before we discuss plan cost management, let's understand what Pinboard Guide says project cost management is. Project cost management includes the processes involved in planning, estimating, budgeting, financing, funding, managing, and controlling costs so that the project can be completed within the approved budget. Project cost management is primarily concerned with the cost of resources needed to complete project activities. Project cost management should also consider the effect of project decision on the subsequent recurring cost of using, maintaining, and supporting the product, service, or result of the project. The cost management planning efforts occurs early in the project planning and sets the framework for each of the cost management processes so that performance of the process will be efficient and coordinated. Cost management is very important to ensure a successful completion of the project on budget. Cost management processes and the related tools and techniques are documented in the project cost management plan. Remember, project cost management plan is a component or subsidiary plan of the project management plan. We now want to take a look at the various processes in the project cost management knowledge area. There are 4 important processes in the project cost management knowledge area, and take note that these processes relate with themselves. The first one is plan cost management, and this process establishes policies, procedures, and documentations for planning, managing, expending, and controlling project costs. Estimate cost is a process of developing an approximation of the monetary resources needed to complete project activities. Determine budget is a process of aggregating and estimating costs of individual activities or work packages to establish an authorized cost baseline. Remember, the cost baseline is a component of the project management plan. Then we have the control cost, the only monitoring and controlling process in the project cost management knowledge area, and the control cost has to do with monitoring the stages of the project to update the project cost management, the project cost, and managing changes to the cost baseline. Alright, we now want to look at the ITTOs of the project cost management. The ITTOs are as follows. The inputs are project management plan, the project charter, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational process assets. We have 3 tools and techniques: expert judgment, analytical techniques, and meetings. We just have one single output of the project of the plan cost management, and that is the cost management plan. Let's briefly take a closer look at these ITTOs. The first one is a project management plan. Why do we need the project management plan to plan cost management? This is because the project management plan contains the relevant information we need to develop the schedule management plan, which includes items like I think there has been a mix-up. This should not be schedule. This should be costs. So we are saying that the project management plan contains the relevant information needed to develop the cost management plan, and includes stuff like the scope baseline, which is a scope statement, the WBS and the WBS dictionary, the schedule baseline. The schedule baseline defines the project, defines when the project costs will be incurred, and other relevant information. We also have another input, the project charter. We need the project charter to plan cost management because it provides a summary budget from which the detailed project costs are developed. The project charter also defines the project approval requirement that will influence the management of the project costs. For more information about the project charter and its content, you can look at a previous presentation on this channel when I discuss develop project charter. Alright, we also have enterprise environmental factors. Some of them are organizational culture and structure that can influence the cost management, market conditions, currency exchange rates, published commercial information such as resource cost rate information, and also project management information. Another important input is the organizational process assets, and they can influence the planned cost management. Such organizational process assets include financial control procedures, historical information and lessons learned knowledge bases, financial databases, existing formal and informal cost estimating, and budgeting related policies, procedures, and guidelines. Let's now look at the three tools and techniques used in planned cost management. One of them is expert judgment. Expert judgment is very important in planning cost management, but sometimes it has to be guided by historical information to provide important insight about the environment and information from prior projects. Another tool and technique used in planned cost management is analytical techniques. To develop the cost management plan may require choosing strategic options to fund the project, such as self-funding, funding with equity, or funding with debts. Some analytical techniques that can be applied to project management planning include the payback period, which refers to the amount of time that will be expended before the initial investment is recovered. We also have return on investment, internal rate of return, discounted cash flow, and net present value. All of them are part of the analytical techniques that can be used in planned cost management. And then we also need meetings. Meetings may be held by the team to develop cost management plan. The attendees might be stakeholders such as the project sponsor, the project manager, selected project team members, selected stakeholders, and other people. Let's now look at the singular output of the planned cost management. The planned cost management produces just one output, and that is a cost management plan. The cost management plan is a subsidiary plan and a component of the project management plan and describes how the project costs will be planned, structured, and controlled. The cost management plan, not the schedule management plan, we're talking about the cost management plan. Alright, the cost management plan establishes items like the level of accuracy used, the acceptable range, for instance plus minus 5%. This is used to determine realistic activity cost estimates and may include the amount of contingencies. Another component of the cost management plan might be the units of measure. For instance, each unit in the measurement, such as staff hours, or days, or weeks for time measure, all of them are defined for each resources. We also need a level of precision, the degree to which activity cost estimate to be rounded up or down. For instance, 100.49, or it's rounded up to $1, if it's 100.49, it's rounded off to $100 or to 1,000, etc. We also have organizational procedures, links, control threshold, rules of performance measurement, and additional details. Additional details might be description of strategic funding choices and so on. So this is where we wrap it up on Plan Cost Management. As usual, I'll take you back to the ITTO so that you spend some time to get yourself used to the inputs, the tools, and the techniques. I hope this video has been informative for you. I'd like to thank you for viewing, and please join me in my next presentation as I'll start my discussion on the estimate activity costs.